Welcome back. So if you've been listening to what's been happening over the last, maybe give or take 3 or so weeks, a lot of focus on young people. Interesting story in Business Daily yesterday about the level of or lack of opportunities for young people. 40% of the people in terms of lost opportunity, I think it's 40%. 70% of that 40% are young people below the age of 25. That's not what we're discussing, though it will touch a bit on that. An initiative is up in the offing by an organization or institution called Dipek. Can I call it an institution? It's a direct intervention program for empowering Kenyans. I'm joined by the managing director, Mr. Peter Masawa. Good to have you in the studio.
Morning. My pleasure. Good to have you. Good to be here.
From Orange. Karibu sana. Let me start with you, Dipek. What is Dipek, and what really is its objective?
Dipek stands for Direct Intervention Program for Empowering Kenyans. And these objectives is to empower as many Kenyans as we can through the distribution of airtime. And we are doing this with Orange. And this is a program where individuals are able to earn money from their own mobile phones and the airtime that they are using presently.
Wow.
And this is something they can do from any part of the country, anywhere. We are using technology that enables them to be able to do this. And the same technology is able to empower them in the sense that it's able to track their business wherever they are, is able to show them the kind of revenues they are making, is able to show them their customers where they are located, and is also able to guide them to know exactly where they can go. And
so startups or are you looking for young men who already have an existing business and then don't know how to expand it? Or what exactly are you targeting?
Okay, because the opportunity works for anybody.
Yes.
We are, of course, targeting people who are looking for opportunities. We are targeting people who are looking for an additional income. We are targeting groups who are looking for ways and means of raising funds for their chama or their group. We are even targeting churches who have a project and maybe looking for ways and means of raising money because they're able to work with their youths, they're able to work with women who have no opportunities today, and this is a true opportunity and would be able to assist.
Absolutely. Let me ask you, come on this. Why is Orange doing this? Is this an attractive venture in as far as then obviously adding up to your numbers, but of course realizing that the challenge remains young people, and to untap that potential becomes then huge in terms of your bottom line. Why are you doing this?
It's for us, it's actually a very good opportunity to expand our capillarity and distribution. But the best idea that Dipek came to us for was not only about airtime and distribution money, but it is a vehicle to empower Kenyans.
Absolutely.
And you've been hearing lately about the support from the government,
yes,
the youth fund,
yes,
and the emphasis on youth and supporting the youth. And when Peter Massa approached us, I think it was, for us, I think it was an opportunity to also support in that in a way.
Absolutely. I don't know if you read this article in the papers yesterday about the report. So you've got two different views. One saying that our institutions of higher learning are not churning out wholesome professionals, and actually targeted technology, ICT, agriculture, and so on and so forth. Those industries that we're saying will then unlock a lot of potential as far as the youth is concerned. They're saying, no, you guys are using, first of all, outdated, which was interesting, outdated curriculum on technology. He's smiling because he knows, really? And the other one is saying, no, we are churning out the right guys. It's the job market that has a problem. Let me throw that to you first, and I want you to respond in terms of what difference the Dipek is making. But let me ask you, is that a reality in your regard? Are young guys coming to you and you're wondering, ooh, I still have a long way to go before I employ these guys?
Okay, to be honest, I'm not an expert on that, but in my humble opinion, it's very debatable. But the best thing about the partnership with Dipek is Dipek simplified that. Regardless of your acumen, regardless of you understanding technology, but it merged distribution, and you know how airtime moves on its own.
Yes.
And with the need to support the youth. Those who have been trained, those who have chamas, those who have circles, those who have graduates, anyone in any sphere,
right?
It's an open way for you to make money and support whatever you want to do. And here is where Orange came in and said, okay, brilliant idea. It will touch on every Kenyan who is interested, without caring on his background. simplify technology, because yes, it does use technology.
Yes, it does.
Heavily.
Yes.
It's heavily invested in technology.
Yes.
But it's simplified to a point where anyone can use it while still making money out of it. And that's the best part of Dipek.
But for you, are you pushing numbers in terms of airtime? Of course, that's very important. But in terms of then absorbing that knowledge that has been gained from the relationship with Dipek, are you absorbing that resource into your organization to expand then, of course, opportunities for young people? Yes, we do. We do in different levels. We do in organizing interactions with universities, KU being our partner university, and we're expanding that to other universities. And it's the same also in the youth. We have internship, long-term internship, to not only inculcate the work ethics into someone, but also train them on the normal nuances of working on a professional way. So the same people who are with Dipek, plus whatever who we interact with, the same group we interact with university, which is the same target market for Dipek, we bring them together into the relationship we have built with universities countrywide. Absolutely. Yeah. Come in on this one. So expound a bit more in terms of what exactly you're doing to unlock that potential. And do you agree that the problem really is the job market in terms of them saying, well, now come, so let's now orientate you in terms of how to deal with our customers or our business for that matter?
Okay, the problem lies in both segments. We can't put it entirely on the youth, and we can't put it entirely on the job market. Let me start with the institutions for that matter. All the institutions for that matter. But I'll look at both. All of us have a role to play. Let me start by looking at the job market. The job market has a specific skill that an employer needs. Yes. And when the employer needs that skill, more often than not, those skills are not learned in colleges. Colleges teach the technical stuff. Yes. The networking skills may not be learned. The IT guy may not have learned business. The IT guy may not have learned how to interrelate with other people, how to work in a team. They may not have learned all that. It's up to the employer to be able to understand what the individual learned in college and what they're able to apply in their places of work and what other training they need. Unfortunately, in this country, training is not given a lot of emphasis when somebody joins a job. Yeah, and the employers need to be able to consider that and be able to help these youths to acquire the skills they don't have. I was trained heavily by my former employer because I didn't go in there with all the skills I had. Exactly. That is important. They hired me for one part of business, but they knew I needed to be wholesome to expand. So employers need to understand that. The other thing that needs also to be done is that our youths need to understand that it's not just academics alone that counts. You need to have business skills as well. And that is something they need to learn. And for us, with business we do, we make sure we train them on these skills. They need to learn networking skills. They need to learn leadership skills. They need to learn sales skills. These are the things that you bring into a business, which is out sometimes of what you studied in college. And we do trainings for them because we know they're going to be able to make big returns, and we want them to be able to manage that. The other thing is, the way Abdul has said, we have done our technology in a manner that some of these things are already incorporated in there for you. I see. Yeah, such that we are not really talking about you have to go reinvent the wheel. No, it's there for you to help you succeed. Yeah, without a lot of push.
But there is an orientation, like there is session.
Yes.
So in terms of, is it specific? So your job is to use this phone and this airtime to do stuff. Is it expanded, or is it targeting a specific industry?
It's expanded. When we talk about selling skills when you're training them, the skills can be applied in any industry. When we talk about personal financial management, you can apply it in any industry. Yeah. So whatever we are doing is skills that you don't just need to apply in Dipek. You can apply it anywhere else. But we are doing it a lot because we know very well if these individuals, be they the youths or the women who don't have opportunities, do it right, we are going to change this country.
Well done. Up in terms of the effect of this relationship, is it immediate? Have you seen it immediately? Are you still monitoring it in terms of, first, let's push the numbers. Other bits come, but, and would you encourage corporate then to engage with this sort of association? Where really, and I like what he's saying, because, you know, sometimes you can't teach Kilamu to campus. Yeah. You know, there's some things the employer has to, I was taught what I know about media when I went to, when I started. I'm an interior designer by training. So I learned a lot of things from you know, my employer. How quick is this turnaround? And would you encourage corporate to engage this way?
I think at all levels, in terms of the subscriber base, in terms of the airtime sales, in terms of the growth of the network, I think it has been, we have seen an exponential growth. And this is, I'm not saying it just to pat Dipek's back or anything with the partnership, but this is actually the reality.
Yeah.
At all levels, Dipek project has been a success. And I will put my neck to the line to support any corporate to use a similar venture, to use it as a vehicle to support the youth. This is the group which is going to lead this country soon. Right. And we have to support them now. It's not tomorrow.
I see what you mean.
And if Dipek is one of them, then let's go out and do it.
I see what you mean. Government is very strong, very, very vocal in terms of, you know, specifically targeting the youth. But policies still remain the same. Some a bit doesn't want to focus on government really. You know, just because you're in the industry, and Peter also coming on this one. Are there specific policies that can strengthen programs like Dipek? Associations like Dipek and Orange, from a policy level, are there ones that perhaps it really depends on personal institution initiatives, or would you rather, you know, the status quo remains? Peter?
I think government has...
Because they're loud.
Yes, a lot of support.
Policies remain the same, yes.
And while I may not be able to mention specific policies, you know, there's a way I look at government. The government is there to enable you to do business. The government is there to provide security that you want, yeah? And here is a case where we are trading and the government allows you to go ahead and do what? And trade. Now, the only thing I would say when it comes to our concept, which is network marketing, there is no department in government that handles network marketing.
Sure.
And that is an area that the government needs to look at, so that genuine network marketing businesses, like what Dipek is doing, can get all the support.
It's good for them as well. It's good for government.
It's good for government.
Absolutely.
As well. Look at what is happening in Asia. When you have 8% in Malaysia, I'll use that, between 7 to 8% of people, employed population, being full-time in network marketing. So if you looked at Kenya and you had that kind of number created in full-time network marketing, that would take a big percentage of people who are looking for jobs to get serious jobs and be able to do it. So all I can say is, yes, the support is there, but I think we need to do more on the policies to support this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So let's talk about the association. Let's talk about how, because a lot of questions is, so how do I engage? You know, how do I get to Peter? Do I have to charge Jimmy some person to an interest called Peter? And Abdullah, how does it work? So how does one get in touch with Dipek?
Okay. Dipek, we have activities all over the country. We have a head office in Anniversary Towers where we do training. On our website, we announce where there is training so that people get to know. We also have members all over the country who are training one another and training people, organizing groups. We can always be identified by the kind of badge I'm wearing.
Yes.
So they ask somebody. But for those who have joined, they organize groups. They organize meetings in hotels, and they organize meetings even after churches. They do all that, meetings in restaurants. And in these meetings, they do the training, because you must show somebody what they are getting into. We don't just tell you register. We must show you this is a business, give it your attention, either full-time or part-time, but be clear you're going to give it this much time.
Right.
Yeah. Understand how the business works. How do you register in this business? How do you then grow your business? Because it's about creating customers. Yeah. And then when these customers in the business, what do you need to do with them? Train them to be able to do what you're doing. That is very important.
Absolutely.
Because if they don't do what you're doing, then the customer base will never grow. You'll never be able to earn from the airtime that they are using. And then also we really emphasize that they have to learn how to set goals. And we train them on goal setting. I'm not sure there's a college that trains us on goal setting. Yes, but we train them on goal setting because we know the power of goal setting. And we tell them to work towards those goals. And that's what is creating the success, when people are really clear on what they're supposed to do and how to move forward. In fact, the end result is, and we believe in this strongly, 5 years from today, a lot of Kenyans will have been able to create wealth for themselves through Dipek. Will have been able to set
5 years from now.
5 years from now, as we're talking now,
quick turnaround.
Very quick, because airtime has money and it's being spent as we are talking now. So why? What stops?
It's giving mineral water and soda competition.
Yes. What stops?
Buy water, don't buy airtime. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah. Wow, amazing. Orange has a certain policy. There's a way you do business. How important is that in terms of knowing the brand Orange? Because I'm thinking you also want to use this opportunity then to expand the name and the brand and what it's all about. Are you using that as a yardstick also to measure the success of this association? And so far, so good?
So far, so good. The Orange Group,
yes,
one of the key pillars of its success is socio-economic. Of whichever operation in the Orange Group.
Right.
It's a very key value that we stand by. And Dipek applies both. It targets the social group, but targets to improve the economical standing.
Well done.
So in a way, it actually ties down very well to our core value of improving whichever community we are with, whether it's in Kenya, whether in any affiliate, any operation you're in. So it's very important for us, for Dipek to be a success, not only for the Orange brand, but also for the targeted group we are targeting to improve in.
Absolutely. Yeah. As you can see, our graphics guy has filled this day, so I'm going to enroll him into Dipek to learn how to write. Ziko wapi, mjandika. Oh, this is wapi, nothing, mandika. It's just youth empowerment. Send your views on 2000. So you feel the test. I'm going to enroll you to Dipek. Closing words. Is there a launch coming soon? Has this been? Oh, he's won. Well done. Wapi website. Jandika. Is there a launch? Or has this association been ongoing? Is there a specific event happening to expand the knowledge in as far as what the two of you are doing? Peter.
Yes, there is a lot going on out there in terms of expanding the knowledge in what we are doing. We are doing the mini pre-launches.
Nice.
Yes, we've
Those
done.
Work a lot, yes.
Yes, we've done one in Mombasa. We have done one in Embu. We have done one in Kisumu. We are doing another one this weekend in Nakuru. We have one lined up for Nanyuki. We have another lined up for Thika. So we are doing a lot of these events alongside that everyday trainings. And once we've done all this and we've mobilized enough, because this business is a word-of-mouth business, a lot of training.
Yes.
Yes, then we're going to do a major launch.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Abdul, final word?
I think Dipek is... we appreciate the partnership we're having with Dipek, and it's not entirely being driven by the numbers they keep it.
Yes.
But if I just give you a baseline, the target is to do 5,000 new members a day.
A day?
A day. Not a month, a day. And we are exponentially growing towards achieving that.
Wow.
Yes.
Well done. New ways of doing things. You should engage government. PS, Ministry of Sports and Culture. But thank you very much, Peter, for sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you for having us here.
Final moments with me and Resian and Remy. Stay with us.